Welcome to the Dan Sports Tips MLB preview show for today, the 11th of May. Reasonable night last night, continuing to grow on the profit side of things. Heck of a lot of plays today. I'm feeling rough as dog shit with my sinus infection, so I'm going to rattle through them, and that'll be me for the day. The first game we're going to look at is the Baltimore Orioles and the Minnesota Twins. Phil Hughes is up for Minnesota today. He's a pitcher who has struggled with the home runs in recent seasons. Baltimore is not a team you want to be facing when that's an issue for you. He has got reasonably solid numbers against the Orioles, but has got an ERA over 7 for his last 3 starts coming into this game, and the Orioles have scored 16 runs with 9 homers in their last 2 games. Tyler Wilson will take the hill for the O's. The Twins are not an offensive force. Wilson is 1-1 with a 3.04 ERA for the year so far, but he does enter this game off his best start with 2 runs over 6 innings against the Yankees. I'm going to take Baltimore to punish Phil Hughes here. We'll take a -1.5. We will take the -3.5 as well. We will also have a play on the over in the first innings runs, because Hughes has given up a few in the first inning in his last few games. So, I think that's worthy of a look as well. The next game is the Texas Rangers against my Chicago White Sox. Cole Hamels is up today for Texas. As we know, he's an excellent starting pitcher. He is a lefty. I am not convinced about my AL leading White Sox against left-handed pitchers. When you add in Matt Latos pitching for the Sox today with his reduced velocity and low strikeout numbers against a fairly potent Texas lineup in their own ballpark in Arlington, which, as we know, favours hitters, this looks like something like a recipe for disaster. The offense has been bailing Latos out. He has allowed 4 runs in each of his last 2 starts, and it's powered him to a 5-0 record on the year. I don't see that happening against Hamels today, and the price looks a bit big to me, so we will play Texas on a run line. The Yankees and the Royals. Michael Pineda's up for New York. He's been solid. He's allowed 2 runs only in 3 of his last 4 starts. Last time out for the Royals, we trusted Yordano Ventura, and we paid a price for that. He was terrible against the Indians. He was an absolute atrocity. His control issues reared their ugly head. He's walked far too many batters, and he was taken apart by a distinctly average Cleveland lineup to the tune of 5 runs in 4 innings. New York don't strike out much. They will take the free pass if Ventura offers it, and the Yanks have rediscovered their stroke the last couple of days and are damaging the scoreboard, so we'll take the Yankees on a run line to sweep the Royals at home. The Miami Marlins and the Milwaukee Brewers. Milwaukee will send Chase Anderson to the hill today. He's deteriorated after a solid first couple of starts to the year. He's allowed 21 runs and 8 homers in total in his last 4 starts. Wei-Yin Shen was not effective last time up for Miami against Philadelphia. He allowed more hits in that game than he had in the 2 starts prior to that in just 5 innings work, allowing 4 earned runs. Milwaukee are not good against left-handed pitchers. There is plenty of power in this Miami lineup to punish mistakes if Anderson continues in the same vein of form, so I'm perfectly happy to take Miami on a run line and buy a couple of runs as well. In the second game of the doubleheader between the Padres and the Cubs, let's think outside the box here. It's going to be something of a punt, but Drew Pomeranz is pitching at a really high level this year, particularly his last 2 starts. 12 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts, only 1 earned run. He's only allowed 4 hits in his last 2 starts. He does suffer from a lack of run support pitching for the Padres. That does affect him in the win-loss column. I've got yet to be convinced about John Lackey in the friendly confines of Wrigley rather than the pitcher's paradise at Busch Stadium. He's allowed 2 runs in each of his 3 starts at Wrigley, but he's only faced 1 real offense in the Nationals. Cincinnati and Atlanta are nowhere near an elite offense. If Pomeranz can shut down the Cubbies like he did do the Mets, then this price could look ridiculous come the end of the day. So I'm going to take a little bit of a play on the Padres going into Wrigley and beating the Cubs in Game 2 of this doubleheader. Philadelphia Phillies face the lowly Braves today. Jared Eichhoff is pitching today for the Phillies. He's a pitcher I like. The results haven't reflected what I think he's capable of. Certainly not what I was hoping he could achieve. Anyway, he's only been shelled in the 1 start where he allowed 7 against the Brewers. He hasn't allowed more than 3 in any other start. His best start this year did come against the Padres, an offense that's only slightly more futile than these Braves. He pitched 7 shutout innings in victory that day. Jhoulys Chacin is up for Atlanta. He was horrible his last start. He allowed 4 home runs, 8 runs in total. The Phillies don't have the power to punish him like that, I suspect, but it does look like they could well be in position today to hand these Braves a 12th consecutive loss at home. As we know, Philly are the king of the run one game. Their last 7 victories have come by the odd run, and as such, I think we should probably play Philly to win the game and Philly to win the game by 1 in the run line as well. There are other games I'm looking at, but their prices aren't up, so keep an eye on Twitter. Cincinnati v Pittsburgh, we were going to play Cincinnati yesterday. Alfredo Simon talking like he might be coming back to his best. Nicasio struggles on the road. Waiting for prices, as I say, on that one. And St. Louis against the Angels again. I'm looking very hard at St. Louis here. Jaime Garcia's made shutting down toothless lineups his business this year. Matt Shoemaker's been recalled for the lineup from the minors to pitch for the Angels today. He's got a 9+ ERA this year. He's allowed 12 runs in 6 innings at home. So, and as we know, the Cards hit a lot of home runs. They evidenced that to us last night. So I'm looking hard at them as well. But until I know the prices, I can't put either play on those games up. So keep an eye on Twitter. I'll put any further plays will go up on the Twitter page. That's all I've got today. Best of luck if you're having a play. Let's hope I feel better tomorrow. Play ball.